My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is December 2nd, 2024. It is 1:49 a.m. Alright, I lost 5 subscribers, 4,455. Oh no, maybe it went up because I remember I had 4,450. So it went up. So where did the minus come from? Okay, but anyway, 4,455 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenue, $101.96. Analytics, 612 views in the last 48 hours. Let's go. Oh, before I go on Twitter, this is what I have. I have about 12 tweets, and it seems majority of them focusing on security. The first 2 should go really quick because it has to do with Biden. I'm not gonna read the entire letter, just a reference that he pardoned his son, and LOL video. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. It's not that much. Hopefully I go through it really quick. First tweet. This one is next, actually. I just put it on the list. And I need to post this letter on my community board, probably into sections because it's very small to read and I'm not gonna read it. Pretty much what happened is that President Biden pardons his son. That's pretty much that. Okay. After I finished recording this video, and I decided while I was taking screenshot to put on my community board, and I started reading it to myself, it's very interesting. Let's read it. Okay, statement from President Joe Biden. Today, I signed a pardon for my son, Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I will not interfere with the Justice Department's decision-making, and I kept my word, even as I have watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted without aggravating factors like use in a crime, multiple purchases, or buying a weapon as a straw purchaser. People are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they fill out a gun form. Those who were late paying their taxes because of serious addiction but paid them back subsequently with interest and penalties are typically giving non-criminal solution. It is clear that Hunter was treated differently. That is true. He didn't get involved. The charges in his case came about only after several of my political opponents in Congress instigated them to attack me and oppose my election. Then a carefully negotiated plea deal agreed to by the Department of Justice unraveled in the courtroom, with a number of my political opponents in Congress taking credit for bringing political pressure. This thing is very small, even though I enlarge it. Oh my God. Okay, I just messed it up. Okay, this is even better. How did it get to that? Okay, so let's see here. Okay, non-criminal solution. Okay, where was I? Those who were late paying their taxes because of serious addiction but pay them back subsequently with interest and penalties are typically giving non-criminal resolution. It is clear that Hunter was treated differently. The charges in his cases came about only after several of my political opponents in Congress instigated them to attack me and oppose my election. Then a carefully negotiated plea deal agreed to by the Department of Justice unraveled in the courtroom, with a number of my political opponents in Congress taking credit for bringing political pressure on the process. Had the plea deal held, it would have been a fair, reasonable resolution of Hunter's cases. No reasonable person who looked at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out only because he is my son, and that is wrong. There has been an effort to break Hunter, who has been 5.5 years sober, even in the face of unrelenting attack and selective prosecution, and trying to break Hunter. They've tried to break me, and there's no reason to believe it will stop here. Enough is enough. For my entire career, I have followed a simple principle. Just tell the American people the truth. They'll be fair-minded. Here's the truth. I believe in the justice system, but as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has infected this process, and it led to a miscarriage of justice. And once I made this decision this weekend, there was no sense of delaying it further. I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president will come to this decision. He's right. A lot of people, if you read other comments on under different YouTube videos, you'll see people saying that he needs to pardon his son because they saw it was unfairly. So this is the part that made me wanted to read it here. To all to whom this present shall come, greeting. Be it known that this day, I, Joseph R. Biden Jr., President of the United States, pursuant to my powers under Article 2, Section 2, Clause 1 of the Constitution, I have granted unto Robert Hunter Biden a full and unconditional pardon for those offenses against the United States which he has committed or may have committed or taken part in during the period from January 1st, 2014 through December 1st, 2024, including but not limited to all offenses charged or prosecuted, including any that have resulted in convictions by Special Counsel David C. Weiss and docket number 123, there's the number here of his case, and the United States District Court for the District of Delaware, and docket, there's another one here, and the United States District Court for the Central District of California, and testimony whereof I have hereunto signed my name and caused the pardon to be recorded with the Department of Justice. Okay, done at the city of Washington, this first day of December in the year of our Lord 2024, and of the independent of the United States, the 249th. Okay, so that's that. Let me lower this. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's that. Let's add this for the sake of it. Meghan Markle lives after attending the service of commemoration of Thanksgiving to mark Anzac Day 2018. All right, so that's it. Let's get back to the original recording. So there's some people who responded saying, as he should, since Trump was pardoned on the January 6 charges. All right, so there's all of that. People agree with him. He should pardon his son. All right, so let's go on the next tweet. I'll post this on my community board. I'm pretty sure when I'm editing, that's when I'll remember. Next tweet. You don't say. Even war-torn Ukraine people are more happier there. All right, it's official. The UK is the second most miserable nation in the world. So she retweeted that from the Telegraph. Britain has been named as the country with the second poorest mental well-being. Even Yemen and Ukraine are in better spirit, apparently. Like she said, with so much hate in them, they're miserable. They can never say, I will not say all, okay? Because there are some good squaddy out there, and occasionally there's some good non-squaddies who have their heads on their shoulders. They hate too much. Their miserable comes from their fall from superiority. The world doesn't like them anymore. Honestly, not surprised. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's that. Let's go to the next one. Now, I think we are more into the Sussexes. The Sussexes were trending. It seems like, let me pause. It seems like there were tweets from Salty Island about them, about Christmas and all of that. Alright, so I forgot I had this on the list. It's always an open invitation for Harry and his family, but without security, Harry isn't taking any risks. Russell Myers. Okay, so let's listen to this. 1 minute and 24 seconds.
For sure.
Now, Russell, I hear that Prince Andrew has been invited, but the Sussexes, have they received an invite?
Well, you're talking about unwelcome guests. I mean, Prince Andrew is sort of the dodgy uncle, isn't he? That some of us have in our families. Listen,
We've all got
the king
one.
has.
We've all got one.
Unfortunately, it seems that way a lot of the time. But Prince Andrew has been invited. You're right, and the king has said that regardless of whether his huge fall from grace, his step back in disgrace has been well publicised, but he's still very much a part of the family. And regardless of their fighting about where he's going to live and the fact that he doesn't want to vacate his big mansion, he's going to be probably parked to the side for the Christmas period.
Oh, please, that thing about him moving out of his mansion to go to Frogmore was just a BS. And Frogmore still remain empty from my understanding.
And for the Sussexes, it's always an open invitation for Harry and his family. Harry is the sticking problem at this point. I mean, he's always said that he doesn't feel safe bringing his kids and his wife to the UK.
Oh, of course, because they took his security, and you see, there's the people here who's posting things of people who meant ill on him and his wife and all of that. So why will he bring his wife and his children over there? And then let's not forget the key point here. January 25, there is a lawsuit that's coming up. And Charles is for the papers. Okay? He wants positive press. He doesn't care about Harry.
So if he can't get over that hurdle, then I think it's going to be a while before he's sitting around the Christmas table with the rest of the family, unfortunately.
They'll have a big spread at Montecito, right?
Wait, no doubt. Well, just had Thanksgiving, of course. That's the big celebration for them. But yeah, they definitely won't be popping over for Christmas just this year yet.
Russell, thank you so much.
Oh, whatever. It's the same repeating nonsense. A reminder why the Sussexes need security. In addition to this related being a member of a high-profile family, Harry has the added threat of white supremacists. Okay, so there's all of that. We've seen all of this. Okay, videos of this. I guess not police. I guess investigator knows about all of this. People have been prosecuted. Okay, but it is not, because the palace brief that Harry and Meghan did not receive an invitation. So how can it be open when they were deliberately not invited? Also, when are the press gonna realize that Harry and Meghan are happy where they are? They don't need to be anywhere near that family and their toxicity. Okay, Russell, Harry and Meghan are never spending Christmas with Harry's family as long as they keep briefing lies to you, the media. I don't see that ever ending, so no. Harry and Meghan will never spend a holiday with a bunch of backstabbers. Yeah, that's that. Let's get to the next one. I don't know. Harry sees the light, okay? And he spoke about it, not that I was talking about. With ITV, is it Rebecca English or something like that? That reporter, I could be wrong with the name. Where he said, damn if he does, damn if he don't. Because it will never stop. Because they use him as the scapegoat. Okay, the British media believe their readers are toothless moment. For 4 years, they print and reprint that the Sussexes were not invited to this or that royal event. Snub. When Prince Harry not only said that he's never going back and that he won't bring Meghan back to the country. Alright.
Person who reads this stuff.
Oh,
to
that's
act
the thing.
on what they have read, and whether it's a knife or acid, whatever it is, and these are things that are a genuine concern for me. It's one of the reasons why I won't bring my wife back to this country.
There it is. Nope, this one, that's when
Prince?
All it takes.
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family? Prince?
Okay, Harry's done. Harry's done with them. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. There's no comment. Okay, the Sussexes have not received an invitation to Sandringham for Christmas. Like those tweets and videos that I just shared a few minutes ago. Prior to this, Harry's not going. They know he's not going. Why would you choose to have... Oh, did I put this slow? Why would you choose to have Christmas in one of the most miserable places on earth when you could celebrate Christmas in sunny California? That's from that tweet that I just shared with you where... Is it the Telegraph said the UK is one of the most miserable places? That's what she's making reference to. However, a part of me really hopes they spend Christmas with the Spencers because that annoy all the white people. The squad love to do that. I understand what he means. Let's see some of the comment. Or maybe combine the two and relate pictures to the Spencers and California. Okay, they very likely have spent Christmas with the Spencers. We never know because Harry doesn't use everything for AP or exercise like his brother. Okay, if they did, no one would know. That's why. Remember that Harry came for his uncle's funeral. No one knew until it was leaked by KP. Love your thinking. This is a different language. Let's go back to the original. Okay, I just came from there. This person usually have some really fun tweets to read. Let's see. They didn't want one, and neither did they ask for one. Yet again, this ridiculous rhetoric is spouted every year since they both left. Get over it, UK. They chose to leave. This, I have to point it out, it was William who pushed him out. But as William pushed him out, in the sense, I mean, Harry said it in his book, and Spare
began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between, a compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death, like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
And it was in court. Okay? And Spare, the document was already written after they asking him to choose either 50-50 or whatnot.
Barring that, they would only accept option 5.
Okay? But everything was already written for him.
At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show?
Make him waste his time.
We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. This summit was just for show? No answer.
So, to make sure that once everything is final, to make sure this is what the institution wanted, he made sure to have a second set of eyes. I always think of having the review, his security review was a way to make sure that they were making the right decision. Not him in particular, but the firm, his family was making sure that was it. This is it. Because once he's agreed, he's done with that. He's not going to turn back. So it was William who chose for him by hiring Simon Case to put it in writing and then kick him out. Okay? So once that decision was reviewed and looked over, and he moved on. All right. Get over it, UK. They choose to leave. I just explained this part. And don't want your pathetic invite on royals. They are living their California dream in love and tranquility. Watch the scandal and greed of the UK royal fleecing taxpayers and taking from cancer charity, the NHS, and the army, while also letting many homes with mold and damp to tenant as slumlord on the king, the prince, and their secret millions. There's that document here. He put the link. And there's the part here where they're miserable. Okay, why will the Sussexes wish to be part of the dooms glooms when there is fabulous, sunny, friendly Montecito, Santa Barbara? I just don't see them going over there to be in a miserable state where, you know, everyone in the family, you know, looking at you weird and they don't want you and all of that. Why will you put yourself in that space? I just don't understand. Next tweet. Making reference about Christmas. Phew, I guess the lady's Christmas letter and gaining any traction. Taxi British media will fix that. Kate Middleton Christmas message is actually an olive branch to Prince Harry. What? Okay, this is why I don't even bother follow them. And it's the same rhetoric. Repeat in a cycle. Every season they repeat the same thing that they did the last season. So I don't understand. Okay, I saw that. Okay, I don't follow them, so I don't know. So whenever the squad talk about it, that means, you know, the other side, the left behind it, the Derangers are talking about it, or they print something. The only way to get clicks, mention Harry, Meghan, Archie, or Lily. There's a laugh here. You know they gotta use the Sussexes to pop up the Wells' oldest playbook on the shelf. There's that. People are laughing. Kate would love to have Harry around without his wife and kids, but only in her wet dreams is that ever happening. LOL, exactly. They literally can't buy anything without attaching Harry and Meghan names to it. We knew. Let's go to the next one. Alright, this video should be quick. Alright, this is a GIF. Move already. Alright, move the F on. Meghan says she loves the holiday. Harry and her are looking forward to spending quality time with their two little munchkins that are now 5 and 3. Their holidays get better and better each year. They clearly have no interest in being part of the royal family for effery. Alright, move the F on. I just don't see how... Even when the Queen was... Oh my god, it looks from a scary movie. They're free to do whatever they want, but I do feel sorry for the kids. They don't have family their own age to play with. I mean, they have, Delphina and Nacho's kids, that daughter. Oh my god, the daughter. I'm sure Meghan and Harry spoils her, but the mom and dad probably really tough on her. And vice versa with Meghan's kids. Okay? Nacho and Delphina most likely spoil those kids when they get together. And then Harry and Meghan must be, maybe Harry might be a bit slight, one of those parents who let things slide. But Meghan probably is the tough one in a loving way. Okay, when they do something wrong, there's punishment, there's whatever kind of punishment, you know, no whatever, something that they like. But I can see that Nacho and Delphina must spoil those kids and vice versa with each other. But I just don't see the way these kids' parents behave. It's probably already passed on to them. It's probably passed on to them already, the kind of internal hate that they have. But when you look, for instance, during the, was it Jubilee or something like that, when Meghan went, that little girl and I think her, was having so much fun with Meghan. But these things are taught. Those hate, those racism are taught. But they would have had fun, but I just don't see this. I raised before at one point. What happened if one of those kids hit Archie or something? You know, kids will be kids, okay? And then Archie decided to hit back. Let's just say. How will the parents behave? Because I could see this kid's father will be acting weird instead of seeing kids will be kids, or try to intervene and, you know how you would do with any young kids in your family. But I could see the other one stirring it even more. It's best for them to stay separately, because the mindset of these people that originated out of nothing when Meghan and Harry were doing good things, so there's no reason to be over there. One thing I have to say is I'm just glad when Meghan went over there, she did her best. She showed her best self. Okay? Her best self was rejected. So there's no reason to go over there. Okay? Why do they keep bringing it up? Who knows? It's okay. The other one is extra. Let's move on. Next tweet. There's this. A reminder why the Sussexes need security. In addition to risks related to being a member of a high-profile family, Harry's has the added threat of white supremacy. So this is from the other one, okay? I don't know why I put it again. Alright, so that's from the video. What is that? King Charles III and Willie are fully aware of the threat against Harry and Meghan, as afraid of Harry's upcoming court case. There's the part. This is the most important part. Harry's upcoming court case. And as evil as they are, Harry needs to have his security close. We don't need an accident happening to Harry or his wife and kids. Those snakes are capable of anything. That is true. That is true. Next one. Okay, what is that? Okay, have y'all noticed how royalists get their feeling but hurt when their favorites get the same treatment as Harry and Meghan? When they make excuses, my response is always, quote, now apply the same logic for Harry and Meghan. Until then, it continues to dance, bitches. I don't know what was said. Suddenly, it's don't sink to their level, be better. Yeah, right. Okay, nah. We don't do that. Let's pause this. Nah, we don't do that shit anymore. They go low, I drag them to the basement. Or even to the first line. That's below the foundation. Okay, let's pause this. I'm sure Harry and Meghan are making a beautiful Christmas, Boxing Day, and New Year's for each other, Doria and their little one, and that's what's important. I'm sure they don't give a rat ass about being invited to Balmoral by a family who hates them and lives to hurt them. Yeah, I mean, we already know. I'm wondering if they'll put a Christmas picture out, because they used to. Then once these people start talking their BS, they stop. What was last year? Last year that was 2023. They had the docu-series, so they didn't really need to put anything else. There was a lot of content. What will be this year? Will they put something out? I'm just curious. Exactly, but how can that be possible? The royal family control the press. The squad have been telling us this for years. Do make your mind up, people. Who was talking about the press? I don't know. Let's just like this. These are the people who likes to get into the squad things, talking nonsense. Let's move on. Next tweet. Okay, Prince Harry can do nothing, and he will still be the one people focus on. Yep, look at him in the back. Yep, that is true. Everybody is focusing on him. Well, at least I am. At least I am when I look at this image. Look at everybody's talking and doing different things. He's all serious here, but that's where your eyes go straight to him. Okay, wow, my eyes, that's what I'm saying. Wow, my eyes lead straight to Prince Harry. Talk about a person having a presence. That's true. Agreed. Yep, when you look at this image, your eyes go straight to him. Everybody else, you know, even though it's a still image, you could see the movement, heads turning, but your eyes go straight to him. Next one. I'm almost done, by the way. I have one more after this. There's this. Never underestimate a cycle breaker. Not only did they face years of generational trauma, but they stood in the face of that trauma and said, quote, this ends with me, end quote. This is brave. This is powerful. This comes at a significant cost. Never underestimate a cycle breaker. That's for sure. Look at his wedding ring. Alright, that said, this is extra. The fashion award is no stranger to royalty, but when Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, made a surprise appearance to present her wedding dressmaker, Claire Wright Keller, with the British Women's Wear Designer of the Year award, there were audible gasps. Okay. That's from Vogue. This is extra. This is 54 seconds. Today is World AIDS Day. Following in his mother's footsteps, Prince Harry is committed to changing perceptions of HIV. Brilliant to hear Prince Harry's passion for ending new HIV cases by 2030, and this video with Gareth Thomas 40.
That we are.
Let's start all over.
I'm with you, Gareth. Like, we can't just have this incremental increase in knowledge. There has to be real change so that we, as our generation, though you are way older than me, so definitely the generation.
When it comes to AIDS, it takes everybody, okay? whenever, if you sleeping with somebody for the first time, okay, use protection. Even though this is not the only way that it is spread, it could be from blood transfusion and all of that. Every time I think about it in that way, I'm thinking, was that tennis star who died from transfusion? What's his name again? Arthur Ashe. Okay, so it takes all of us with the blood transfusion where he died of AIDS because of issue. You could just Google it. But for people, individual, you're meeting someone for the first time, you don't know if they have AIDS or not, just protect yourself. This is how we take the step from not spreading it. And if you have it, protect yourself. I don't know. Well, let's finish.
But they are.
I got bigger guns than you. I got bigger guns than you.
But the fact is, like, we need to be the last generation to be confronting this the way that we are. I think we have to try and get over that. And it's okay, man. I really struggle with the amount of sort of global issues that occur, and when we have an opportunity, because of the amount of work, effort, and funding that's been put into finding the solution, that we don't finish the job. We have to finish the job.
What's that musician who's friend with Harry? Elton John. Yeah, he spent a lot of money on that. All right, so it takes everybody to do their part. Protect yourself. Even if the person said, yeah, I'm AIDS free, I don't have AIDS or whatever, you just meet them. Their words mean nothing. And just think of it. When you get up every morning, the only thing you could take, if you want to, is vitamin. Okay? You could take it or you don't take it. You know, one day not taking your vitamin will not hurt you. But if you have AIDS, but from what I've heard, the amount of pills these people have to take to keep them alive, why would you want to put yourself in this situation where you must take these pills? Otherwise, you know, your immune system, you know, will fail. Okay, just think of the headache of that alone. Or whatever other things you need to do. I don't know what, besides taking your medication, what other things you need to do to make sure you're in good health. So, when your health is number one. Your health is number one. But anyway, let's leave that alone. This is my last one. It's a LOL video. I love these videos, but sometimes for me to share it with you, I have to interrupt it in between because YouTube will flag it. Alright, so there's this here. Okay, nap time. These are dogs. Put the beds for them. Lay down, sleep, lay down, sleep. And this one came right in the middle. Bloop. Look at them. Oh my goodness. Alright, so that's that. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for safety. That's it, yeah. Safety. Alright, are there any? Okay, so let's look for image. That's for the Sussexes, okay? Let's pick a short one. Lead me to the towering rock of safety, for you are my safe refuge, a fortress where my enemies cannot reach me. Let me live forever in your sanctuary, safe beneath the shelter of your wings. Psalm 61, 2-12. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I know I don't have 6 a.m. videos, but this one I'm probably gonna try to make it before 6 a.m. Some of you are commenting in the videos, you missed the 6 o'clock. I'm gonna try, okay? I'm gonna try, but it's not promising anymore. Whenever I make a video, I put them out as soon as I finish edit them, okay? So since this one I put it out a little bit late, I think the one that you see on the screen here, I made it public like 1 p.m. or so. That's when I sort of finished with it. I probably will, once I finish this one, the one that I'm talking in right now, because it's only 20 something minutes, I probably will put it, schedule it for 6 a.m. But yeah, it's not promising that I will have videos every day anymore, because before there are times I will record 2 or 3 videos in one sitting and edit them and then schedule them for days. There are times I don't even record, but videos were popping up every day, even though I didn't record on that day. But I don't do that anymore. Oh, for some who may not know why, is because someone suggested, okay, which makes sense, okay? If I want my revenue to go up, even though it has not changed much, is because some of the videos that I put out, by the time they are public, they're no longer relevant. So, which makes sense, and people don't want to click on them because the news cycle already changed. So this is why I now, whatever videos that I make, I put them public on the day of. All right, and thank you for checking on me. Some of you who didn't see some of the videos probably didn't see my video where I said I'll not be posting every day. I've said that before in another video, but you commented on my post on my community board, checking on me to make sure everything is okay because you didn't see the 6 a.m. videos. During the Thanksgiving, I didn't put anything out, and the day after, I think on Friday, I didn't put anything, and yesterday, Sunday, that was when I put my first video since then. So yeah, that's it. Take care and have a wonderful week.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
Find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.